Have you noticed that one side of your body is stronger than the other side? Namaste and welcome. I'm Lilias Folan. You probably have a preference for using one side of your body more than the other. Oh, like carrying a shoulder bag or a briefcase. I've noticed that I hold the telephone on my right shoulder and listen with my right ear more than I listen with my left ear. In everyday movement, the stronger side of the body invariably carries the weaker side, and this creates an imbalance and soreness within the neck and the shoulders, perhaps your back spinal column. In a moment, I'm going to show you yoga postures that both strengthen both sides of the body equally, and they will strengthen your back and might even improve your golf or tennis game. So let us begin. Before we stand up, let's just begin by centering ourselves quietly, sitting tall, even if you're sitting with me in a chair or on your couch. All this is just sitting tall with your feet to the floor. Place your hands to a pillow and close your eyes. But where you place your hands, it's like placing them to the earth. The spine is straight, close your eyes, and just feel that grounded, quiet, centering feeling. Let your breath flow in and out as we begin our Hatha Yoga class. Very nice. Open up the eyes and stand up. Yes, I hope that you have worn comfortable clothing and you can do a little bit of easy movement with me. Stand with your feet, about hip-width apart. This is what we will call a symmetrical posture, this Tadasana. It is both sides of the body are working equally, or so we think. So we're going to warm up with a waterfall and using movement to warm up, and also we're using muscles from both sides of the body. So stand with your feet hip-width apart, shoulders down from your ears. Let the knees be easy as you inhale and raise both arms above your head. Breath in. And now exhaling, just like a waterfall, fall to one side. I'm going to my right side and then just fall through and then up the left. And then go in the opposite direction to the left. And inhale to the right, up. Let's come forward now, exhaling. Inhaling, coming up again, just like a waterfall, rising and falling. Let your body be very loose and relaxed, soft. And then last time, no form here, just enjoyment of how the body feels. Going to your left, exhaling. Pausing here for a moment. And let your head hang. And just to stretch out the backs of the legs for a moment. You could put your hands on a pillow, you could put your hands on the floor in front of you, but do let the skull and the neck just become very heavy. And on your exhalation, we're going to exhale and then open the back of one knee as you exhale. Inhale, relax. And then exhaling, open the back of the other knee. This is my right knee. And then relax or ease both knees and then continue on coming up. Let's just go to the side, inhaling. As you come up, continue to breathe, no dizziness. Good. And then let your arms just float down, floating down, floating down. A side stretch, side to side. It is a warm-up. And I'll continue sort of letting a theme evolve here. So raise both arms with me. Raise both arms up. Good. And we'll stretch first to one side, leaning forward slightly, stay out of the back. Inhale back to center. And exhaling. You warm up quite quickly when you stand up and do just a little movement back to center. But notice, I'm standing. Both arms are above me. If I want to make a little bit more intensity to the posture, so all those little weak muscles begin to work more deeply, I can just drop one arm and place it on the small of my back. So why don't you do the same thing? Drop one arm, small of the back, the other arm is lifted. And we'll stretch to your right. All right, and I'll go to my right. And now one side is working a little bit more intensely. That's it. And then back to center. And then we'll change the arms, all right, raising the right arm up. And we're stretching. I'm stretching my right side now just a little bit more because the left side is out of it. And then back to center, lowering the arms down. Very good. Now I am going to use a pillow here. And if you've got a footstool or our trusty dictionary, let's just bring it forward. And this is our standing forward bend. All right, this is very much of a classical yoga posture. We're going to fold forward using both sides of the muscles of our body, and we'll do a little variation and just follow along just by watching me. You're going to inhale again, raise both arms above the head. Breath flows in. And now exhaling, folding forward, ease the knees. That's good. And then for a little added support, and this is more for your back, and especially if you're level 1, if you put your hands on something, it helps to support your back. But raise now one arm up to the ceiling. Let your head relax, and just pause here and breathe. In a very subtle way, I have my right arm raised, and the left arm is supporting. My right side is working a little bit more deeply, just by holding and breathing, and then changing the arms. Support with the right hand. Remember, your knees are eased. You're not in pain. No pain, sweet discomfort. Let's raise the left arm up. Good. The head now hangs a little inverted. Keep breathing. Any dizziness, of course, stop. You hold for a few seconds. That's good. The knees are eased, and then lower the arms. And let's come up and just rest for a moment. Hands on your shin bones, the knees, the thighs, rounded back as you come up to a standing position. Good. All right, take a breath, exhaling out, because the next part is a little bit more intense. I'd just like you to watch for the first time. Because when we bend forward this time, I'm going to ask you to raise one leg up. This increases your sense of balance and intensifies and makes those weaker muscles work once again on both sides of the body. Just try this now. If you'd like to, I'll just do one and you watch, especially if you're unfamiliar with this. I'll start by the breath, and I like just letting the breath just be like they're right under the palms of my hands. The breath lifts my arms, and I stretch upwards, pull the ribs out of the rib cage, of the waist, and exhaling, folding forward, and just placing your hands on something that's solid and that will help you to keep your balance. And then I will lift one leg up, still keeping my balance, pausing here, and then lowering the leg down. Try this with me now, all right? Coming forward, hand to something that's solid and that you feel good and you're not going to fall, of course, in this balancing pose. Shift your weight to the left foot, and then inhaling, raise the right leg up. And if you don't need the pillow, that's fine. Just balance with your hands on, so the hands and the feet form a triangle. Keep the knee eased if you need to, and the nose comes closer to the knee without strain. And then lowering the leg, and we'll try the other side. Hands form a triangle with your toe. That is my right big toe. Hands form that triangle, and now lift the left leg up. Keep your balance. Fine. Try to roll roll your left hip down so you're not pulling the buttock back, but the hips are parallel, and you're breathing. And you've just made a little difference to the standing pose by lifting one leg up and then lowering and then coming down slowly, coming up, breathing little breaths as you come up, as you come up, as you come up. Very nice. So you have the benefits of two postures here. One is to increase your understanding of balance, and the other is the inverted posture, which brings a lot of blood to your face and to your brain And I think it's good to do this at least once a day if you can, to invert yourself. Now, a tree posture is a balance pose, and there are many different ways to do a tree pose. Let's pick something very easy for today. That posture that we just did was, I'm sure, challenging. So let's balance it by doing an easy standing balance called tree posture. And we will just shift the weight to the right foot and place your feet so they form a straight line. That's it. So they form a straight line, you feel quite comfortable there. Then lift your breastbone. Fine, raise the arms above your head, palms together, elbows wide. And then to add a little bit of balance, more intense balance, just lift the front toes up and keep the back heel on your foot. And then place them, both feet to the floor. When you're balancing like that, one side of that body has to grab a little bit, and it helps to strengthen those little muscles that are weak. So this is why yoga is so interesting, because it really does bring a balance to this physical body, so you can walk anywhere you wish to without discomfort or pain. You can kind of forget about the body. Right foot now, this is my right foot. Whatever foot you were standing on, now just place it on the opposite foot. So it forms a straight line. Just if you can just glance at your screen, you can see my feet are in a line. That's it. And now smoothly raise the arms above your head. Palms of the hands together, elbows wide. That's it. Lift, lengthen, and then lift the front toe up. Keep your balance, and a little wiggling is just fine. Those are little muscles in your feet that are catching, and then they get stronger. And then plant your feet to the floor. Lower your arms down. Ah, very nice. I'm going to come back to my mat now, and feet well apart in a V. Now you could feel, after that posture that we've just done, you could feel that the back gets the back muscles really get a deep work is done in the lower back. So doing this forward bend in a V with the legs apart, easing the knees, just sliding the hands down. And if you're of level 2, of course, keep the legs as straight as is comfortable without locking the knees. Hold on to your ankles and just, again, an inverted posture, but this relaxes your back. And if you've just begun today, you can just ease the knee. Do this as long as is comfortable. This is not meant to be a marathon. Continue to breathe. And then lift your head, look here, just lift your head, and then we're going to turn and do a lunge to your right. Do a lunge, just turn so that your feet are turning right. Bring your left knee to the floor in a lunge pose. Now, the lunge pose works just this right side of the body. So let's raise both arms above your head and arching back. Keep the arms behind your ears and lifting up out of the low back. Exhaling. Hands now on either side of your feet and just lifting the head. And then just walk around with your hands. We're going to walk around to the left. Walk around to the left, right knee to the floor. This will be lunge 2. Now we'll use the left side of the body. So hands on either side of your feet, and let's stretch the arms upwards. Now perhaps you're not feeling enough here in the thigh, and you really do need to feel. This is for the hinge right here of your thigh. Walk this knee back. Just walk it back just a little bit so that you really feel a wonderful stretch on the front of your right thigh. Arms above your head. Inhaling, lift the ribs out of your waist and then arching back. Just keep lifting up. No discomfort, low back. Do this as is comfortable and then lowering the arms down. Good. Come onto your knees. And just rest for a moment. Open your knees up, perhaps, and fold forward, and just rest. Take a breath in. Good sigh out. Oh.
Just rest. Low back rests, arms, chest.
Now place your hands on your mat and just slip down, slipping down into a good friend, which is your Cobra pose. Cobra pose is Bhujangasana in the Sanskrit terms. It is probably one of the most important postures that I think there is in yoga, one of them. And we've done this before. It is a symmetrical posture. Watch, do with me. If you know the posture, do it with me. Hands beneath the shoulders. The neck and spine and head are all one piece. As you inhale, you lift and you lower. Now here, even the little weaker side, which for me is my left side, is probably being compensated by my right side. So how can I strengthen my left side? Always with this thought today. Inhale one more time, keeping the navel right to the floor, shoulders down from your ears. Exhale. And last time as you inhale, arcing back. It's very easy on the low back. And now look over your right shoulder to the heel of your right foot. Back to center, and then lower, exhaling.
Pause here. Can you feel the different muscles now? Can you feel that right side of the muscles that have been working more intensely for you? I can. Let's do this now on the left side. Tucking the pelvis under. Remember to lengthen that line between your navel, your breastbone, and then look over your left shoulder to the heel of the left foot without straining. And then release, coming back down. All right, one more time. Inhaling, coming up. Last time. Exhaling smoothly. Make a pillow out of your hands. And we're just going to relax. When you're in that relaxed position, just take a breath in. And on the out-breath, really melt into the gravity beneath you. Again, breathing in and exhaling, melting. Once you're through the breath, turn then over onto your back. Just keep going. Turn right over onto your back. And bring your knees into your chest. And this is a nice counter pose from what we've just done. This stretches out those deep back muscles you've just been using. So exhaling, release. Exhaling, draw the knees into the chest, release. And again, exhaling, hold for a moment, and you're going to lift with these collarbones. Lift, and the neck, the head is in one, all of it is in one section, nose towards the knee. And then head to your mat. Place your feet to the floor. The bridge posture is also a symmetrical pose. It's supposed to work both sides of the body. Let's do it together. Arms alongside of your body. Tilting the pelvis. This means rolling pubic bone towards the chin. Slowly, vertebra at a time, lifts. A lot of weight here is pressed into the toes of the feet, especially your big toe. As you come up, the body forms a bridge. And then lower down, and down, and down. And again, rolling up. And if you're feeling flexible and everything feels pretty good at this point, come onto the ball of the foot, just like I've done, the heels have lifted, and roll onto one elbow. This is my right elbow, and just bring the left hand beneath your left hip, right hand beneath the right hip, and now you're in a bit of a higher bridge. Come down and relax. If this is your first day, if you would like. Otherwise, if you'd like to continue, let's stretch the one leg. This is my left leg, and raising the left leg up. And we've made the posture now a little bit more intense on one side than the other. And then lowering the leg, and then changing, lifting. Let the in-breath lift, and then the exhale down, And then come out of the posture, lowering down and down, knee into chest. Squeeze, hold and release. Squeeze, hold and release. All right, now let's sit up and we'll finish with a wonderful forward bend. So lift with the collarbones again, and you're just going to, see how I did? I hold on to my feet, I bend the knees and come up to a seated position. Stretch your legs way out in front of you and bend your left knee left knee, left foot in towards the thigh. Inhaling, raise the arms above the head, and exhaling, folding forward. Place your right hand behind you so it's on the small of the back. A little different stretch. One side is working a little bit more deeply than the other. Inhaling, pull back like a wave. Exhaling, folding forward. And now let the in-breath lift you. Fine, and be sure that there's no pain in the back of your legs when you do this, but right knee is bent. Right, knee is slightly eased. Let the in-breath lift the arms. And the forward bend now is done with one side, not both legs, but with one leg at a time. And here I can place one arm behind me on the small of my back. This adds just a little bit of weight also. My knee is not, it's not intense, I'm not any pain here at all, it's slightly eased. My breath is comfortable. And then both arms come up, coming up, coming up, and then lowering the arms down. Fine. When we end with this forward bend, it's very calming for the nervous system. It's a lovely way to then ease into relaxation. And let's place the body in a really correct position with the knees bent slightly here, feet to the floor, and round your back. And then come down slowly, so each vertebra is to the floor, the low back is to the floor. Straighten one leg, then the other. Shoulders down from your ears into our relaxation pose. Today, enhance your relaxation with visualization, color, and your breathing. I choose the color red because I enjoy the vitality of red. So sit down and be comfortable, or you can lie down and close your eyelids and feel where your eyelids touch. Focus your attention on your jaw muscle. Suggest with your inner talking jaw muscle relax, and then pause to feel this muscle softening. Daydream. Imagine that you are surrounded by a luminous red mist of relaxation. It sparkles with well-being, pulsates with healing, rejuvenation. Now tune into your easy and comfortable breathing and just watch the inhale and the exhale. And on your next inhale, imagine this red healing mist filling your skull, soaking your brain, your eyes, filling your ears, filling your mouth and tongue. And as you exhale out, exhale the gray fog of old worries and fears and restlessness. The breath flows in again softly, filling your head with luminous red mist. Again, the exhale, the red mist flushes out the gray fog of negative thoughts. Again, the red mist flows in. And this time it fills your skull and then flows down the inside of your neck. A warm, healing wave inside of your chest, filling your shoulders and your arms and flowing down into your elbows and wrists, hands, and fingers. Fills your pelvis and into your low back.
down into the legs and into the feet and your little toes. Good. And then to close the relaxation, sense your mind and your body glowing with health and well-being. And then silently say to yourself, I carry glowing vitality and health on into my day.
And keep that affirmation within you as you begin to stretch the body. A good yawn, perhaps, leaving tiredness on the floor, rolling to your side, coming up to a seated position. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next time, namaste.